Rodney Hines. I'm CEO and co-founder of Metier Brewing Company here in Woodinville. For 20 plus years, I have been a home brewer on and off. And in those decades and during my college life and beyond, I've spent a lot of time in cafes and pubs in London where I actually had classes. I've seen the power of what's possible when community dialogue connections happen in public spaces like cafes, jazz bars, churches, and other places. And I always considered what is possible when connections happen with people, and I've had in my mind that I want to create a space where these connections are alive and fueling action, dialogue, connection. It's funny, there's the space I feel a connection and curiosity with because I've gone there for beers and sat in that restaurant and looked at the tanks that are there. And having worked in SoDo, I would also go by there game days and you see the patio space packed with people enjoying a moment in Seattle. I think when I consider what's poignant about it right now, it's what we're creating. And the fact that Steelheads Alley that we're doing in partnership with the Mariners is paying homage and honoring the Negro baseball team, the Seattle Steelheads. And I have to pause and think, I don't know how many folks know that we had a Negro baseball team here back in 1946. And I don't know if how many folks know some of the reasons of why the players wanted to be in Seattle that's connected to what was a rich jazz scene for us back then. I think that's poignant for me that we're a part of storytelling for a story that should be known. And I think that when you tell stories to folks or where they see it, feel it, like through the art that will be there, through the names of the beers that we'll have, through the talks we'll do, I think when folks hear different stories, they begin to think of their own story and it might have some impact on who they are and how they think.
My name is Fred Rivera. I'm Executive Vice President and General Counsel with the Seattle Mariners. I've been with the organization since March of 2017. I oversee a number of departments within the organization, including the legal department, HR, community relations, and our outside real estate development efforts. I met Rodney Hines a couple of years ago. Rodney is an active community member, and we had some conversations, and he supported our effort to come up with some pillars to support social justice and racial equity. And so I met him in that context in his role as a community advisor. I got to know him and we became friends. I went out to his brewery a few times and got to know him even better and was able to taste his beer. I think his mission statement includes making damn good beer, and they're succeeding in that in many ways. So Rodney and I became friends, and as we were looking at ways to develop the Old Pyramid space, including the brewery, I asked Rodney, what would you think about brewing some beer there? And so that conversation evolved to make really what I think will be a very unique space, not only because Rodney Hines and Metier will be there brewing their beer, but they're going to be brewing it in a space called Steelheads Alley, which is named after the Negro League baseball team that played in Seattle in 1946. So the whole space will really be a nod to that legacy, a nod to our Black African American community here in Seattle.
The smile that's creeping on my face is because we're ready to tell the public that we're going to be opening up a tap room in the CD. And it's going to be on Cherry Street near MLK. What I'm excited about is going into the community and being a space for the community. So the lead contractor is Mark Green of Green Home Redesign. So Mark is building out the space, African-American general contractor in the community. When you walk into our space, you'll be able to buy Harold Fields, his company is Umami Cushy, Will be the chef there, serving up his delicious Japanese street food pans. And then you'll have a space where, regularly we'll have some live music for folks. So that's what I'm excited about. This is also a call for help. We need to hire a team. And so I'd love to get someone from the community to be servers at that space. I'm as excited about opening up a new tap room as I'm excited about the partnership with the Mariners. I think that both will they'll serve different purposes, but I see the spirit of community and the spirit of everyone feeling seen and welcomed happening at both these places. We've got a great team. I look at our brewer, we just hired another brewer. So Michael and Garrett, and then Drew, who's been with us this entire time as our general manager, they have been with us, and as much as I have come up with some crazy ass ideas, those guys are also coming up with great ideas. I look at Erin, who's come on as a sales manager, and she is dogged in making sales, and I don't think we can produce enough beer for her to sell. I look at the folks who supported us, like our investors, and this wall is a wall of our founders, and these are people who from the beginning have said, we believe in you, and we believe in you enough that we're gonna come drink beer at your place regularly. Number two, in terms of the comfort and confidence, it's the partnerships, it's the collaborations, and it's being true to partnering with folks who share the values we have. So again, I think one of the early relationships and partnerships for us was Trey with Jerk Shack. And again, the values and the need to understand that it is the values that ground us, we carried that through to the Mariners.
We've, over the last 3 years, have really tried to focus on areas that we can make an impact within our community, and we've identified 3 separate areas. One is economic resiliency and recovery from COVID, with an emphasis on the Black, Indigenous, and persons of color communities who have been hit hardest by COVID. And so we're looking at a number of different ways that we can support that effort, support racial equity and social justice, and that includes who we do business with, where we do business, and so we're taking those activities very seriously.
The first thing you see here is our mission statement, and our mission is to brew damn good beer and build stronger community to inspire bigger dreams for all. We can't do anything unless we have a damn good product. So it starts with the product, and I think what attracts a lot of people to us is the product, and we won awards for our beers, so we know we do a good product. And I'm saying that, and I can hear over to the side Michael, our brewer, and I'm hoping he's smiling because he's a damn good brewer and he produces great beer for us. And so it starts there. I think a number of people come to us for that. But I also think a number of people do come to us, Black, white, Asian, Latino, others, come to us because they do want to support a Black business. It's a conscious decision to support a business that is purposeful in who they are. You have fun when you come to us, and we got damn good beer. So beyond the brewery itself, beyond this tap room, they can get our beer in over 140, 150 places between Bellingham and Tacoma. And it includes grocery stores like PCC, some Whole Foods, Total Wine and Spirits, and then some great restaurants like Chameleon, Jerk Shack, Island Soul, Boom Boona Coffee, Canless, and other places.